Hey everybody, George and I are here, uh, and we've decided that he's going to play CrazyStone at 3Q level, him being 3Q, and he may share some thinking, but his goal here is to play a clean game, to not forget about his groups, to link together. You know, he may have defense, but he's also going to attack something. And just linking together simple ideas. And I think you'll find 3Q, I don't think 4Qs can do this. 5Qs can't do this. 3Q, okay, he may be able to do this. And it's kind of like a homework of his, and we thought it might be a good idea to share that with everyone. So I have Crazy Stone in the background, and we are looking at the KGS board, and Crazy Stone played there, and George is white. Take it away, George. I
Okay.
won't step in until something. Oh, and there you go. I don't have to place your stones for you. Good. And George, when so far there's been no questions.
Yeah.
But if you find, oh, this I'm not sure what to do, then you might talk it through for everybody.
Okay. Sure.
Oh,
Oh.
just like
Ah. Okay. I was surprised about that. Yeah. That's less surprising. Okay.
so forth. George is playing in big areas, settling his groups, nothing special, which means he's playing 9 down moves. All 9 down so far.
This is my first point where I'm kind of questioning what could be good and what potentially I might play that might not be 100% move.
Yeah. Uh, if we don't think and play just a basic move, I mean, that's 1 done easy.
Hmm.
To get past 3 down, you might go, oh, just a second, maybe there's more I can get out of this.
Yeah. My other thought was to kick because black's.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if I'd say over, perhaps a little bit over concentrated on that side if he stands up after the kick.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, both playable.
I see no reason to defend because I have three options: one in the corner, one jumping to the center, and one to the side.
Okay, I was going to look at that Oh, I can't because you're white. Never mind. We'll we'll have some review because these are
Yeah,
great questions.
sure. I mean, the only thing that's making me question that is the fact that a black pinch around M3 looks really quite impressive. Working very well with the D4 stone,
Uh-huh.
and black's already prepared on the right.
Hopefully viewers caught that this is not Sente for black. White still has corner, side, or center to run to, so not Sente. But if black pinches, this whole group looks beneficial. So, interesting question.
So that's why I'm playing F3 to make that pinch
Uh-huh.
less effective.
See what George did there? That pinch bothers me. Let me make the pinch less effective as I play in a big area. That's some advanced thinking. Very nice.
Okay, now I certainly don't want to play H3 because that'd be very flat and uninteresting. So I know the alternative is F4, which I think
Very nice.
works well here.
Viewers, you can catch that. F4 and H3 are both Joseki, but H3 gives a locally strong group next to a locally strong group. That becomes inefficient. So he chooses this one, which grows the bottom. Yeah, very nice.
I'm pretty sure here I can just Hane and then come back for the Tiger's Mouth at H4. I'm pretty sure I saw you do that recently in one of your videos.
Yes, I was showing how to make mistakes.
Yeah, because otherwise this threatens to capture the two stones in the corner. So I can play that in Sente. And now if I want, I can come back. Um, there's also the push that I'm looking into because the left side is pretty small, I'd say, because of the stability of the white group. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of perhaps pushing, but I don't really see a need to. Hmm.
So George is stuck between shall I finish my position right now or shall I push one more time?
I see no real reason not to push actually because my bottom is growing. The bottom side of the board is growing, and and him getting an extra stone there really doesn't help him at all. I can't see. So I will do it.
Now, did you hear the tone in George's voice? The lack of confidence,
Yeah,
kind of like, well, it should be okay. So that's the first one where it's like, really?
yeah.
Is that, did he do the right thing? Before that, everything looked clean and calm and clear.
Mm,
So that might have been a mistake.
yeah,
If he had played h4, his tone would have been different. Oh, I'll fix, and then my position is very nice. And oh, yes, this is very nice.
yeah,
There'd be no question. But he went in a direction where there was a question.
yeah,
I'm trying to get more. That's dangerous.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
True.
haven't looked at right or wrong yet.
Yeah,
But those tones, I set little bells in my head. When I hear myself making that
yeah, yeah,
tone,
yeah.
in my brain, I going, just a second, calm down.
mm,
What are you confident about?
mm.
Anyway, your move.
Yeah, because now I have a couple of cuts I'm not too happy about, and I think actually now I need to kind of push one more time. Um, Otherwise, if he turns, I have liberty problems with both of those two stone entities. Um, I'm going to do it.
Okay, we just saw something that is so true in Go. He played his first move with lack of confidence. Now his second move almost sounds like he's on the precipice. I'm going to try it because one questionable move leads to another every time.
Okay. Now, I don't think this really has an effect on my top group in the left. Um, like I'm thinking of like a move at C10. It's pretty easy for me to just to jump out there. So I'm still pretty healthy. Um, I don't
And
have,
for viewers, we have a very obvious, oh, black just got thick near my upper left white group. Should I be concerned? And he decided, no, black's still pretty far away. I'm pretty healthy.
hmm.
But notice how natural that was. Black just got thick, check my group. That is the way to play Go.
So now I guess the issue is the G4 cut. Is that a thing? Because if it is, I need to come back. But after that second push, I'm feeling much more confident now there. Um, and the bottom's looking rather big. So if I play a move, say around P6, that's also indirectly helping my cut at the bottom on the left. Um, yeah, so my question is my bottom left group healthy? And I believe it is, although it would like a little bit of help. And playing P6 plays in a big area while building the bottom. But P6 is Gote, so that brings me a move to considering Q8 or Q6 perhaps. Okay, that has to be Gote. I mean, if I drop down, it doesn't have any effect on him, and I can't see any follow-up that means much for him. Black's very strong there. Um, so my thinking is just to keep growing that bottom area. My position is rather thin. I have two knights moves, so I feel like I should play close to that group ish. Um, okay, so now I'm thinking of the. So I'm going to say I'm at least healthy enough, and so it's all about playing in a big area, which is the bottom, or growing that area. So my thinking is to play either P8 or P9.
I'm doing such a good job of not
Yeah.
helping.
Okay.
Usually I can't help myself. I just have to talk about it.
I'm
And
very
I'm
tempted to play P9, but I think I would play P8, and the reason is I have these two thinnish knights moves, and I want to kind of clean it up a bit. It gives him the move P at P10, but that's nothing in comparison to the bottom, so I'm
okay.
fine with that.
I think this is a wonderful opportunity for viewers. See what he's thinking. You know, my bottom right, 3 stones there. They're knight's moves. I'm thin, and I want to develop the bottom. I'd love to jump one further, but I'm kind of thin there, so I want to back off. This is the way to think and go. Very nice thinking.
First thing that comes to mind is either an attach at O10 to keep growing, or a knight's move at G9. Um, the attach at O10 is perhaps sensei. I mean, Black's just said that he wants that area. I'm touching a strong stone in order to develop. I like that. Whereas G9 doesn't put any pressure on the Black group whatsoever. Um, the other thinking is that I could just play some Goten move to try to finish the position on the bottom, but I don't see one that does it in one move. So I'm going to touch.
Okay, so before George plays,
Yeah.
I want to say that any not correct move so far, the thinking's good. If it's a mistake, it's a small mistake. Everything's wonderful. This is the first time where I'm going, hey, he's off the reservation. He's not thinking clearly. Now, reassess, and then we'll go forward and see what happens.
Okay.
Now, we're only playing against a 3Q, so I think you've already gotten away with stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
everything you've said so far is like, well, that's true and that's true, and it's all true,
Hmm.
but seems to me you're not organizing the information well. But anyway,
Okay.
enough for me. That was me helping. I
Okay.
finally broke. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. So how are my groups? Well, the only group in question that I can see is the group that Black has just pressured in the way because he's moved an option for my health, and that is the definition of attack. Um, but yeah, I can see no reason to think that that's a weak group whatsoever. Um, I guess, yeah, okay, I'm not being very clear on my thinking here. Um, but I was just about to say that O10 perhaps isn't sensei. It doesn't really have an effect on the position on the right. The position on the right is small anyway, and what's really big is the bottom. Uh, which leads me to perhaps H9.
Okay.
No,
Now,
no,
so far,
yeah, yeah,
I have no idea if you're planning to defend, attack, take a big
yeah,
area.
yeah, yeah.
No idea. I
Okay,
haven't heard one bit of
yeah.
that in the thinking.
Well, I'm not weak, so I'm not going to be defending. There's nothing to attack. There's only a big area, and the big area is the bottom. Um, having said that, there are weaknesses in my shape. So, for example, if Black plays at O7 and I had to connect, then um, Black's found an easy way to come into my area.
Hmm. Go ahead up to upper left tools. Get your ABC marker out.
Yeah.
This is going to be really good for viewers and you.
Take control. Yeah. Okay.
So white's fine, but go ahead.
But there's this annoying peep here that allows Black to naturally come into my area. And
Hmm.
Black's very strong at B,
Yeah.
so I kind of have to go along with. I mean, I can't be too aggressive um, if Black does play a peep like that.
Okay. I finally, on this move, heard some good list thinking.
Yeah.
My group is fine, but I have problems in my perimeter, so I want to fix those, not in a manner to attack black, that's not happening,
Mm.
but in a manner of taking points.
Yeah.
Great, sounds good so far.
Okay. So I believe I want to play in the only big area or the biggest area while helping any weaknesses that I have at A.
Okay, great. Now, let's pause there. For viewers, you probably know about the list and how we recurse through. So he just said, I'm not weak, he's not weak, I'm going to play a big move. Back to the top of the list, I'm going to play a big move as I help my A formation. Great, now I know where I'm going to play. No, he didn't go back to the top of the list and see if there's more to do. That's what he missed. Ho, ho, ho. Is there more to do? Any other things on your mind in this position?
Well,
Weaknesses?
so
And
so the idea is I'm going to be playing in a big move. I recurse back to the top of the list. As I play in my big move, in my play in the big area, do I have any weaknesses I'd like to take care of? Yes,
yes,
the A group.
the A gap. Yeah.
Yeah, the A gap. So then you go back to the top of the list. As I play in the big area and help my A gap, is there another gap or group that might enjoy some help?
Yes. The weakness you've never fixed.
Okay, G4.
That's an actual cut. You can't kill that cutting stone.
Yeah,
That is a thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Help the A gap, bridge across, doing all you can with G4. Now, G4 is not necessary. It's something that would enjoy help when you get the chance.
Yeah.
Here's your chance. I think you can find a move that does the main thing well, along with that one space gap, and whatever you can do to lean over helping the G4. That would be a three-purpose move.
Yeah.
What would that look at? And you might put a couple markers down, the moves that are coming to your mind.
Yeah. Um, so I have the weakness at A. So anything like what? The weakness here at A. So
Yeah,
any move like B just gives me more complications to have to deal with. Um,
good.
so I, yeah, this is the first thing that kind of really comes to mind that I really consider. I mean
And
that
notice,
yeah,
yeah, that's reaching over. He's going to cut me now with a white at B? No, you're just protected your G4. He can't get out there now. Yeah. Now, one might think, how about one less to protect A more? Well, it's not the A gap per se, it's him coming in because of A. So, yeah, C, but B's the one that bridges better and
mm,
supports. Now, let's say, do me a favor, put a white stone at G4. So, like, that's not an issue, right? And now you have no desire to put a move at M7. What's that about?
mm,
M7, N7? No, I'm going to go up to O8. That totally fixes my gap and continues my wall. Go ahead and put one.
oh 08.
Yeah, O9.
Ah, okay, yeah,
And put a white stone there so we can see the position. That's a strong wall you just made with plenty of effect over towards your other wall. You have no needs on your other wall. Heck, you could even consider your knight's move that you're thinking of, right? But when we add the weakness, oh, you start coming back.
yeah,
This little thing we just did, I'm hoping, I mean, there's some viewers out there. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you can grasp that, your go is you can start marching up the ladder. Oh, my moves can fix this and that. That's how you find direction of play. That's how you find how aggressive to be, how submissive to be, is what's going on as part of the equation. Oh, I like that little thing we
that was
just did.
great. Yeah.
Have we been doing this about 30 minutes?
We've been doing it for precisely 25 minutes.
Okay. Maybe now's a good time to review.
Sure.
That way we can keep the whole thing at
Yep.
45 minutes. Not that anyone's particularly against an hour, just, yeah. And if we just go back before AI, the four dawn on up at this point would be, okay, should I do it at A? Should I do it B? I mean, there's, oh, maybe the pinch. And they're considering so many options. Which one's going to get, AlphaGo comes along, says, oh, they're all fine, whatever, doesn't matter. Oh man, Go's gotten so much easier since AI. Okay, so we just play this, no problem. He does that one, no problem. Uh, let's switch the bottom right becomes black, upper left becomes white. So we just switch those colors. Well, now we're going to come up. We love growing the top area, and it's plenty strong enough. But here, no, better keep it down. We have no right to grow there. Okay, boom. And then you play a big move, right? This is sometimes considered standard because it's, generally speaking, Sente. It's not Sente. Black will end up being okay, but he'll end up being nothing. So that's a little more common, but it's really no problem at all with your move. You settle, great, perfect. Yep. Not this one, that's the growing move. We have nothing to grow here, so you play the settling move, very nice. Now he gets this in pseudo Sente. It's not actually Sente. That's a nice move. That's exactly where I'd play. Really big move. Okay, a little later, you had these possibilities, which were wonderful for you,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Well, what if you would have kicked instead? They are gone.
Mm.
That's why we do or don't kick. Do I think I might want to use those later? Really, no. Then kick. If yes, don't kick. They're all gone. Right. So I would play what you're playing because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, this could come in real useful. Okay. He plays here.
So,
Now let's manage. Go
Lance,
ahead.
when I play that move, you said it's at least a one down move. Were you suggesting that it's not a 100% move, the O3?
Good question. Yeah. I wasn't meaning it therefore isn't a six dawn move, but rather um, one could question, is there more I can get out of this?
Yeah.
And then you start settling here, and it's all going to work out
Mm.
fine. But we know Black's pretty prepared to attack here.
Mm.
This or Black's about to do something a little extra. Was your move a little extra? I don't see it. Therefore, respond. Yeah. If your move is like, hey, I like this move.
Mm.
I don't care if he plays here. I like my move so much. Yeah. So this is pretty darn good. Yeah. And then if we do nothing and he takes the corner, uh, is our group healthy? Yeah, that was easy. The only problem is he got the corner. Well, so did you. So he got a corner, you got a corner. Was there a problem? Well, that's a good question. Is there a problem? They're all fine,
My
and you
thinking,
went away. Go ahead.
I was thinking about 3-3, but I thought that after black builds up the wall and then comes back and pinches at
Exactly.
M3, doesn't look
Right.
good for white.
And so, how difficult is this reading? It's not two or three moves. It's what, five or six, but it's simple reading. Uh, like like this. Atari can black it out. That's a 40 move readout. Yeah, but it's like falling off a log. It's like, well, that's easy readout. It's not like it's a hard thing. And same thing here. This is not a hard readout. to say, if here he gets the wall, he pinches me. I don't like that. Therefore, I'll play this side instead. That's beautiful. Okay. One other thing about this move that I think is important for people to see. I'm removing R9. Black to play. Black. Sente. Oh, wrong button. Just a second. I take back my Sente. Oh, come on. Stop it. Remove this. Go back to the. There we go. Sente. R3 just doubled in size. Back to the game. That's not Sente. That's half the value. Oh, do viewers get that?
Mm.
Context is everything. Black is already settled. So if we go in the corner, it's not Sente. While this move, very active, supports the whole area, and is at least pseudo Sente. And black doesn't have to respond, but white likes it to be doesn't. Okay, so great stuff, great stuff. Any questions?
No, no, all good.
Okay. Yeah, I get carried away, and I'm so sorry about that, but I can't help myself. Then settle. What about this kind of thing? Isn't that pretty? That's what it is. Pretty.
Or
Did you take? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was thinking if I thought of the move there, it'd be J4 because of
Uh huh.
the because I feel like white's stronger towards the right than the left.
Right. So one side or the other, yeah.
Yeah,
But if we ask, did White take area one? No. Did he take area two? No. Did he stop the invasion that he's uncomfortable with? Well, no. So this move is pretty. It's balanced. It, if played properly, it will produce good things. But it's not, it doesn't do it on this move, while your move does it right now. I settled my group, making it hard for black to pinch me on the bottom. Yeah. So AlphaGo likes the practical, and we're learning all about that. And then the growing move, because this other move, it's kind of like settled next to settled. That's kind of inefficient. So let's get some space there. Yeah. And here we come up with the question.
so yeah, fix that.
Okay. If we imagine going away, a real cut. If we try this, some dangers here, especially if we pinched first.
Mm,
I mean, these, okay, so this cut, uh, if you had simply played here, your confidence level would be 100%.
yeah.
Well, it might not be a 9 down move, but it's at least an 8 down move. I mean, it's like, give me a break. That's a good move. All the questions are answered. This is very hard for black, right? So we're doing great here. Now, can I do more? Well, let's just play a little bit. What do you do?
Um, G2 comes to mind. Actually, maybe even the H4 comes to mind. It could be a terrible move, but
Now, what do you do?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably O6, but I wouldn't feel happy here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is your little center group, the G6 group. Oh, I think you could get in trouble here.
What I'm
Now,
amazed
that's a
at
lot of reading. Say
is
again?
that I didn't when I was thinking about this, whether to play the tiger's mouth or not, or to push on the. I wasn't even thinking about the squeeze at M3, even though it was very
Yeah,
clearly in my mind before. I
yeah,
didn't even
yeah,
think of it.
yeah. And that's the thing about Go, the ability to play a clean game. And you're looking and you're going, should I do this? Let me just look. If we do that, it's an easy read, one or two moves, clear as day. But to do that, to be calm every move and see things clearly, oh, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Lance, I have a question now
Yes, please.
for black because in this situation for black, I think my thinking, if I saw the cut, would just to be to play calmly for now, and with the idea that of trying to make sure that that weakness doesn't just disappear for white, that it's a burden for white.
Yeah,
Because as black, I really wouldn't want to have to cut now and make the game messy, you know?
right. So let's look from Black's perspective. Um, the entirety of our A group appears to be fine for the moment. The problem is something's about to die now. Well, what if we fix? All fixed, and white has a cut. How terrible was that? Well, white got some nice center thickness, but it's not like we're in trouble or anything. So black has a moment. With that moment, hey, white has a big weakness. Let me ask him what he's going to do. Let me find out when and how I want to cut. What's white going to do? I wouldn't want this. This is scary. White's position's about to just get torn apart.
Yeah, and this
No way to kill this stone.
the black group on the
Say again?
right that looked so kind of inefficient earlier is really coming alive now, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
black's so strong
yeah.
now. Yeah.
So I think this is the answer. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm hoping there's some viewers that are like, hey, this is great. I said, exactly. You can actually play Go. Just stay calm, look at your strengths, his weaknesses, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, here you're like, if I pushed, I should keep pushing. And that's generally the case. And how does black feel about this? Three in a row, cuts everywhere. Black doesn't like it. So this makes sense. This is not a wasted move. Okay. Now it's like, really? I have extra strength and I'm not using it. So if I go this way instead, this becomes hard for him. Oh, now he's trapped inside. And this move isn't sente like it used to be because I'm already out. Oh, so I'm helping myself from the other side. So that's great. Now you're considering, well, what about maybe I just push? Isn't this better? But like Chris pointed out the other day, yeah, but maybe he won't respond the way you
Yeah,
want him
yeah, yeah.
to. Oh man, now we're back
Be
in a
horrible.
mess.
Yeah.
Now we have to come back to this move. Okay, so great. Very reasonable. Like you said, it's not sente, but it looks good. What about this one? Black's going to Hane. We just can't play this way. It's too submissive, too one purpose. So we're going to Hane. Let's have black do one of the Ataris. I assume this one. Give it up. And just here should be fine, right? We have a very nice steady area. Now we're going to lose some corner stuff, right? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But it's going to be nice and clean and high. Your move does all that without, he can't fight back. So I think your move's better. But if you really want to get height, go ahead and do this and Hane. He plays here, and you said, I want to keep going. It's nice on the right. I mean, he's not weak, but you're going to be able to reduce for in-game. Your next one is going to be Sente, so we like that. So I like the direction. I think I might have played here.
Wow.
Now notice he's growing well. So maybe your move's better. But this is thick and strong and good for in-game. Um, this kind of thing. So this is the stronger move,
Yeah.
but maybe you need to play the less practical, affects him, helps you, all that kind of thing.
I just really don't like how it doesn't have any effect against black. Like
Right.
it's 100% goatee. That's
Yeah.
yeah,
100% Gote. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Sure makes you thick and
It
strong.
does. It's true.
Great for in game.
Yeah.
So I think your move's better. Yeah. And as far as let's do more, Well, again, he doesn't have to respond that way and asking for trouble. So I
Mm.
like this move.
And of course, um, black is not going to play a move like Q3, right? Because that's only going to thicken white in the area. But
Right. I don't like this. This cut's going to really annoy us. So we're going to back up. How about now? Less annoying, but he still gets a pretty big corner.
then that really helps the bottom, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
since it's not much different, he still wants to play here. So that's a big move for black.
yeah.
Well, he might do something there, but probably not right now.
So my point was is that black's not going to play Q3 because it will help white thicken up on the bottom.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
there are weaknesses in white's shape, and so for
Yeah.
black might be able to exploit them
Yeah.
inside white's position instead of
Right.
from the corner.
So here was the high point of the game. We're thinking, man, what am I going to do with this move? If I go this way, what if he starts hitting the other? I mean, oh my God, now I'm a stick. I'm getting surrounded. He's totally invaded. I don't want to have to submit back to this thing. Maybe I have to give something up. It's troubling. So why don't we just fix it?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that cut so much as how it affects. So if we stretch one more, well, now I don't care if he takes the stone, right? Go ahead, take the darn stone. I don't care about it. That's not important. I'm doing the main job, bridging across. Well, this bridges. Yeah, but we're back to this problem. There's room for him to
Mm.
invade. Okay, so this guy does all things. Was that a joke? Is that a joke? You're not going to do anything in there. Yeah, nice. That was some great examples. I'm really hoping there's a couple key players out there that are like, hey, I've never seen these before. I could actually use this in my game. That would make me so happy.
Yeah, yeah. This is, I
We've
think,
got
so
so many
important.
comments.
It's this so
You go
important.
ahead.
This kind of mistake that I would have made if I played around G9, for example, and playing against a strong player, and they get that P pin, suddenly everything falls apart
Everything
in a
collapses. Yeah,
Moyo kind of
yeah.
it's everything. Yeah, the
And that's going to
syntons.
happen to the 5Q every time. Is like, how'd that happen? Oh, you mean I need to start taking care of my weaknesses? Now, when I first got to 6 Dan, I was not a very strong 6 Dan. And yeah, I'm beating the 5 Dans like it's nothing. Okay, that's perhaps an overstatement. But then I start playing with the sevens and eights, and it's like all of a sudden, holy cow, one little weakness, bam! It's like, how'd that happen? You left the weakness. Oh. And once I started paying attention to that, I started getting really an actually strong player for the first time in my life. I could play against pros. You're not messing with me. You might win, but you're not messing with me. And I got to tell you, that's a really, really fun thing. Okay. I was going to say something which probably wasn't important. Just hoping that those comments. George and I've gotten, you guys have sent some comments that he and I talked about. Wasn't that nice? Oh, that was such a nice comment. And then you send comments that are like, I'd really like to see more of such and such. Bam. I'd love doing stuff. I'm just looking for what else can I do? I don't want to overdo my 10Q. I've done so many 10Q videos. And now I'm like, I've kind of flooded with the whole breakthrough to showdown thing. Should I stop? What direction should we go in? And we talk about it. And right now we're kind of on a homework. We're going to focus a little more on homework, getting that idea cleaned up. And we're doing Chris, the 9 Dan against CrazyStone 3 Dan. So we can see how it's actually kind of simple. And so leave comments if you want to see stuff or just thank us for our wonderful work. Okay, guys, thanks a lot.
Great, thank you all.
Bye.
Goodbye.